Today we are working on a new nose bump Daihatsu Hijet. In this particular truck, the horn is not working. I know, you don't have to turn the key, but just in case. Nothing. So first things to check is probably a fuse box. I'm looking around underneath. There's a fuse box over here, but it does not contain the horn fuse. The other fuse box is under the seat, so you gotta fold the seat down. The seat back goes forward like this. Underneath, in the front, there's a latch. I didn't show that part, but you open that up. This particular truck has a strap on the headrest. I don't know where to hook this, so I'm just gonna hook it over the slider adjuster. There you go. Underneath, this is the fuse box. Pop it open. It just has a clip, and you pull backwards. It says here, this is your horn and hazard. It's a 15 amp fuse. Let's test the hazards. The hazards work, so the fuse should be good. Horn doesn't work still. Pull the fuse just for good measure. It is in good condition. Hazards no longer work. Horn still doesn't work. Alright, put the stuff back together, close this up. Let's go look for the horn. It lives right there. We have to remove the front bumper to get this. There's a bolt over here on the corner. There's a bolt in the center here. There's a bolt somewhere around the corner right there, same spot. There are also some bolts behind the door. Right there, you gotta open the door, it's kinda on the fender. You also have to remove the turn signals. Just like that, the front bumper just comes right off. I'm not sure what happened here. It looks like something pulled on it. Probably somebody tried to hook this and just yoink this forward. Now it's bent out of shape. I'm gonna see if I can fix that. I gotta clean up the surface rust that's on here. This will clean up nicely. It's not bad. Anyways, this is the horn right here. You can see some rust on it from being exposed. Ooh, there's some corrosion on it. Let's pull these guys out and take a look. Yeah, this horn is done. Got a horn off Amazon? Let's give it a try. Yeah! Beep, 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 beep. There's a high tone and a low tone. Let's try the high tone now. Not too bad. Washed this up, cleaned it up, touched it up with a little paint. Let's figure out how to mount this horn because it's too big to fit in this nub. I'm thinking about how to mount it in here. I think that's the final resting spot I'm going to use. It's just mounted in a little frame hole tab. And the wire's not long enough now, so I gotta splice it into there. I'm using this heat shrink tubing with built-in solder, so when you heat it up, it kind of tightens up around the two wire ends, and then the middle part melts. You can see that solder there in the middle, and it connects the two wires. Beep, beep. Here it is all connected up. I ran some wire loom to protect it going through that hole there. That way it doesn't chafe the wire. Because the horn's no longer mounted here, make sure you still put the screw back in, because otherwise probably might end up with some water leaks, because you can see the holes go straight outside, so water could intrude from there. There are these alignment nubs on the bumper here on the edges. They go into the upper holes of these mounting tabs. There's also a locating stud right there for the bumper that helps you align and hold everything. Make sure you get this center one in first to make your life a lot easier. Then you can get the side in. That actually went in perfectly. And then on this side, you just pull it down, push it in. Ooh. This is the remaining hardware you got to put back. The long screws go behind the doors, the rusty ones go in the lower corner, and that goes behind the turn signal, that goes in the center, and that was for the locating stud. Put the turn signals back. You use those long Phillips head screws. These just pop back in one way. You can't mess them up. You also got to plug them in. Also goes in one way. Alright, that's pretty much it right here. A job well done. Pretty quick and easy. Not a hard problem to solve. Subscribe for more car content like this. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you find this helpful on your adventures with your K-Truck too.